All right, hello, and welcome back. We are back tonight with more Victoria 3, continuing the Transvaal run. So, let's see, what are we doing? Uh, we don't have a specific achievement in the game we're going for, so it's kind of the basic ones. So just trying to make Transvaal as high up as we can. Possibly becoming South Africa if we can get into the Cape Colony here. And with a little bit of a goal to eventually create the African Union power block and try to push Europe out of Africa. That we'll see. I don't know. Definitely not happening tonight. But tonight, I think oh yeah, I always forget you can do this whole thing. Um, okay. All right. Um, Look at that. Oh, I didn't know it. Yeah, it like stays that way. Huh. All right. Um, I lost my train of thought on that one. Okay. Um, Tonight we got to focus on construction. We got to get the construction up. So we basically have taken over all of the smaller nations around us that we can. So now we need to focus on Portugal and the Cape Colony. Portugal, we actually could hang with in a war. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we're on national militia, so we actually have a lot of conscripts that we can get and a high conscription rate. So we could hang with them, even though, yeah. Well, we gotta add the conscripts in to get that value. But the problem is they have a defensive pact with Great Britain, and if I do go after them, it estimates that Great Britain is joining. Same thing with Cape Colony. Obviously, Cape Colony is a subject of Great Britain, so we're gonna have some issues there. But we don't need to take over these places first. We're colonizing out, so that's good. But what we really need is the construction sector. So we're going to try to focus on that today. We also need to get out of this bureaucracy hole that we find ourselves in. So it looks like we just have a lot of people. Now, this might be the case where we do have to chase some government admin buildings. I hate to really chase that because you start to balloon your government wages costs, and we're already paying quite a bit. Although interestingly, it's the construction sector that we're paying the most in. So let me refresh myself on where we are with the PMs for it. Okay. So we have some pretty good PMs for it. So we can get 65. So really, if we just build two more, that could really give us something there. Now the problem is, so we have a lot of issues with acceptance. So our primary culture is Boer. Majority of the people are not Boer, and everybody else is getting low acceptance. We were able to get off of state religion, so now at least because you can see here too, the vast majority of people are not the state religion, so they were getting negative 25 acceptance because of that. So we were able to get rid of that and give them plus 15, so that helps. But we need people of the primary culture to really work in these government admin buildings. Now we haven't run into staffing. Oh, we have run into staffing problems as I was saying that. So this is our problem. Good thing we checked here. It looks like they're hiring now. So we'll check on that. In terms of laws, what are we going towards here? Oh, who's in power? So we got an armed forces president, but the leading interest group are the industrialists. Um, what we really want to do is get on cultural exclusion, but we got to get off of slavery, and we're having some problems with that. But it looks like we can try it again, and we have the intelligentsia in government, and the Conservative Party is not, though they are very powerful. What is it? Yeah, this is because of the slave trade. Yeah. So they're getting plus 15% interest group political strength. He is a Democrat. Can we replace him with somebody? Well, I wish this guy would just get the hell out of here. Maybe a general? No. A moderate. Let's take a look at this guy. Offensive planner and romantic. What a waste. But we could try to make as ruler. Okay, we could try to make this guy the leader of the interest group, because they will lose political strength because of that, and then he would not be a general. That might be the way to go here. So Charles Retief. Or we could exile this guy. So we'll lose 5 interest group approval. The amount of radicals generated depends on the freedom of speech laws. So we'll lose some influence, which we can afford to lose. Let's see. So he'll leave and can be recruited by other countries. Yeah. Bye-bye. And now... yeah, now they're like really pissed. But we can get out of that. So a traditionalist... okay, so +2 interest group pop attraction, but no political strength. So that's not bad. So I think when we unpause, we'll see a little bit of a... yeah, we'll see some change on that. All right. So I think we're ready for the unpause. Let's go. Giddy up. Get in the truck. Let's go. All right. So they lost 2%. 2%. You know. Okay. So let's go for slavery banned. And yeah, let's see. How many people will that affect? How many slaves do we have? Where are you? 279,000. Okay. They're slaves and they're not in the... I thought slaves like automatically are in the lowest. Apparently not. Well, look at that. Okay. So we can definitely afford another construction sector. That's what we're doing here. Problem is, though, we're not hiring. Yeah. Well, it says it's hiring. So you say you're hiring, and we need this to hire. So what are you guys doing? Get to work. Get to work, my friends. All right. So as those things are starting to hire, actually, and we'll see as it hires here, this number will go down. So let's take a look at the construction sector. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. I was like, 13 construction points? I know I did something more than that the last time we were on this run. Alright, so that's hiring up. When's our next checkpoint? July 11th. I think we also... Oh, hold on. Christian Berger, a prominent member of the Liberal Party, has been accused of gross corruption. He strenuously denied all allegations until damning letters surfaced, signed by him. No, we want momentum for the Liberal Party. So, yeah, my guy, sorry, you're gonna have to lose some popularity. I mean, that'll hurt us too, but... Ah, yes. Ooh, yes. The Liberal Party. Tell me the Liberal Party is in the lead. Yeah, but now he's disliked, and we're going to have a disliked leader if he wins. Although we haven't won yet. The Conservative Party is down there. Look at that. Yeah, they've already gone down 3%. So even though we're losing tax income now... man, yeah. That's going to hurt, because we're mainly a lot of agricultural stuff right now. So that hurts. Capitalists on financial districts in Transvaal are satisfied with their current employment, 79 qualifying to be bureaucrats. So the financial districts in Transvaal... How can we... I mean, but we also don't want to lower the wages of the financial district. So that's a problem. That's a lot. A lot of people. Like, how many Boers are we taking here? It's like 110. Oh, yeah, why don't I just look at the workforce? So these are the ones. So 109. 109. But it could also be these guys, too. Could be. Ah, no. And the clerks... 2 and 1. Okay, so we're not taking a lot of them, but we need them. And then what's your deal here? Aristocrats in the manor houses in Transvaal are satisfied with their employment. So the manor houses. Yeah. See, the other problem is, so the last stream, right before we finished, I sold a bunch of buildings, especially against my better judgment, rural buildings, because we needed to get out of debt. And I kind of oversold by just a bit. I didn't need to sell as much as I did. I kind of messed up on that. A minor scandal has buzzed around the Liberal Party as a piece of reformist fiction written by Andres Joubert in his youth has begun to circulate once more. Whilst enthusiastically written, that is the work's only merits. Okay, so we lose a little bit of momentum on them. Yeah, I don't really care to have you here, buddy. I would rather get a better agitator. If this guy becomes president, what do we get? Anything as ruler. We get plus 5% authority, minus 10% political strength of clergymen. Okay. What are we getting right now? Ooh, colony growth speed. That's not bad. Okay, so authority will stay the same. Oh no, we'll actually lose a bit of authority because we're getting plus 10% because of that guy. Okay. And okay. All right, so we're building, yeah, the artillery foundry here. And so we're gonna, once that's done, we're gonna add to the army here. So tooling, yeah, food industry, logging, iron tooling, logging. Yeah, see, there's no point in building more if we can't hire the one we currently have. I wonder how many bowers are unemployed. Where are they? There they are. 12,000 of them are slaves. So, like, yeah, let's pass slavery ban, huh? Bureaucrats, machinists, capitalist officers. So there's 8 peasants. That's it. So they're pretty much all hired. But, you know, that's interesting. 12,000 bowers are slaves. So if we pass slavery ban, that's 12,000 more that can work in the higher positions. That's good to know. Yeah, and so a lot of them are in these agricultural jobs because they're slaves. It's interesting. I don't think I thought about it that in this game that your primary culture could be enslaved. That's kind of interesting. The more you know. Bum, bum, bum. All right. All right. Good, good, good. All right, let's speed up a little bit here. Let's speed up a lot a bit. Laudabate success. Okay. Hasn't quite advanced. Yeah, the unrealized taxes. So 65 from institutions in 3 states. Yeah, I mean, we could get rid of dedicated police force. I wouldn't mind doing that. And that would yeah, so total of 65. Let's get out our old handy dandy calculator. So it's about 21.6 for each institution. So we could get it down to 45. I would say the schools too, but the education access, I mean, that is helpful. But we we don't really have the bureaucracy for it. Oh, let's speed up here. Although the budget is okay at the moment, so maybe it's fine. Oh. We have a hardwood shortage in the market. All right, let's see. Is that a hiring problem? Oh, God, I forgot. Okay, we got to go through this. Everything is set to be sold. Yeah, we don't. Now that everything is sold, I don't want anything selling. Especially rural buildings. Okay. All right. Oh, we have our artillery. Excellent. So oh, this place is overly enthusiastic partisans. Supporters of the Liberal Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. Yeah, we can do this. We can afford it. I don't want them to... This is close. This is gonna be close. Slaves on one of our nation's mercantile ships have risen up, seized control of the ship, and sailed to nearby Portugal, where slavery is illegal. I mean, we need to get the landowners not pissed. So we can afford that. Although Andres Joubert is still fighting for his cause, no one is following him anymore. Despondent, Joubert has started publicly remarking that they have given up activism altogether. Yeah, maybe you should just get out of here. Christian Berger, president of Transvaal. There we go. Okay. The intelligentsia. So we get that plus 5% authority and negative 10% political strength of clergymen. A hedonist. My kind of guy. Excellent. So we'll get more if they're in there. So it's the industrialists they don't really want in there. Yeah, I don't know though if I really want to get them out. Well, maybe for now. Yeah, so let's keep ourselves with a righteous government for a little bit. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so let's keep that righteous government. Very righteous government. Oh, we have 3 unpinned things. Freedom of trade. An open country which trades with neighbors and distant nations alike is key to a future of economic liberalism. I guess we could. We'll look at that in a moment. Freedom of thought. None of these things are timed, so we'll get to them as we get to them. Oh yeah. So I forgot. I was gonna take a look at these logging camps. How are we on softwood? We have a lot. So we can switch one of these. Let's see. Transvaal, Natal. Maybe Natal. So we're still good there. Now we're good here. There you go. All in a day's work. I'm going on break. I mean, it looks like we can afford another another construction sector, but we can't hire in it. An internal investigation has discovered that a government official received many gifts from Sarel Grief on behalf of the Anti-Cape Colonies Association. Who is this? Oh, our industrialist reformer. No, I don't want him to resign. I like having a reformer there. Oh, here we go. What are we going to get? Advance. Please. Man, I should have... A rural folk pacifist. Oh my god. Defenders of continued slavery have published a wave of diatribes, treatises, and sensationalized fictional narratives, all to support their cause. The quantity, if not the quality, of these works has shaken public confidence in abolitionism. Oh, so... Okay. So we can just take 10, or risk 15, but maybe take 5. There we go. Only 5%. Look at that. It worked out for us. I mean, let's try to build another construction sector and see what happens. And another government admin building and just see what they do. I think, too, at this point in time... Yeah, we're doing a greener grass campaign. We don't need to do that. I wonder, yeah. Social mobility. I mean... Well, we're getting negative 9%. That's good enough for me. For the enactment time. Okay. How are we on tools? Yeah, we could use more. I mean, in this game, I think you could kind of always use more tools. Although that's not always the case. There have been times I've had an abundance of them. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah. Actually, let's speed it up. Come on, give us an advancement already. Oh, there we go. Progress the study. Alright. So we'll get these tooling workshops. I wonder if there's a chance... Oh. Law debate success. That's nice. An eruption of unprecedented records has utterly destroyed the lives of many Dutch East Indies in the state of West Java. The explosion of the Krakatoa could be heard from hundreds of miles away, and anything that had the ill fate of surrounding the island was immediately devastated. Yeah, we can't afford to do this. Waves taller than chimneys have ravaged the state of Lourenço Marques, a terrible consequence of the volcanic eruption. The tsunami will add devastation to coastal states around the world close to the eruption. Indochina, Indonesia, South China, Japan, Oceania, Zambia, Ethiopia, South Africa, Southern Africa. Ooh. Ah, so we get devastation. And here, yep. And we have some mild starvation. I suppose we could do emergency relief. Oh, no. We can't. Alright, that's fine. Ho-hum, ho-hum. Oh yeah, what are we researching? What do we have here? Pharmaceuticals, yes, we need quinine here. Effects of malaria. Remind me though, this is malaria, but we need severe malaria, and so yeah, what we really need is malaria prevention, and this is because our primary culture is Boer. Unbelievable. I suppose that's why it might have been. It's maybe a little bit easier to start as Zulu. Possibly. But we took them over. The drop of temperature caused by the volcanic eruption has ruined the crops of all the nation, and the farmers of Transvaal Northern Cape beg for help. For 5 years. Ugh, no, I'm sorry. We don't have the money for that. It's a lot. Okay. So, yeah, we need to get this slavery banned thing out of the way. We'll go to cultural exclusion. And then no migration controls. So let's go up to 5. Do we have any food industries at the moment? No. And lawmakers working towards the enactment of slavery ban have found themselves marred in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings. Yeah, this whole thing. Yeah, we can't lose bureaucracy for 5 years. We're gonna have to take that. So building a textile mill in Transvaal. Don't we already have a textile mill? I mean, that's fine, but I thought we had one if we don't have one there. Yeah, it's in here. Oh, good. That's actually an excellent thing to be building right now. Oh, we can do more trade routes. What can we make profitable? Iron. British. Several workers died today at the Restat Dye Works when an industrial-sized tub of hot dye accidentally spilled out over the workshop floor. Okay, we'll do that one. You know, so we can start building steel. Do we have anything that'll really use it, though? Oh, motor industries, and well, we don't have railroad yet. Fertilizer. Explosives. But we don't have sulfur. That's right. And it's going to be some time before we get sulfur. But we could use fertilizer. What is our access to sulfur? So the British and the French. Well, they got a lot of sulfur. Alright, so why don't we build a fertilizer plant? Yeah. Qualifications. What do they hire? Engineers, labor. Yeah, the engineers are going to be tough. Only pops with adequate literacy can become engineers. Potential increases with greater literacy and wealth. And don't we have a university now in Transvaal? We do, but it can't hire. All right, let's think about this. This is just a problem across the board. Well, let's add it in there. Oh, and it takes iron. That's good. Oh, yeah. We can keep doing coal mines. Assuming they're all hired up already. Okay, so Transvaal has the most. Yeah, we have a big infrastructure problem here. We should stop building there. Oh, well, we can build it here because they're unincorporated. Yeah. And on top of it, yeah, we have frontier colonization. Okay, fine. But we might as well build it in Natal. So let's build 2 there. Actually, well, no, I mean, yeah, we want a throughput bonus on. Although, I forgot. We get the additional throughput bonus here. So we kind of do want it here. Yeah. Alright, so we'll do it there. So what else can we do? What else can we do? Let's bring this economy up. Hey, look at that. Send that to the British. Make that a little more profitable. So that's our 5 right there. Can we import silk? So they don't have a lot of it. What about the French? The French do have a lot of it. So instead of importing that, we could import the silk and make it in our textile mills. Yeah. Okay, so let's import the silk from France. What about the Portuguese? Because then we can do a land one. Yeah, we could create the need in Portugal. Get rid of that. And then you start doing that. And now hope that Portugal gets their act together with silk. Yeah, where would their silk be? Let's take a look at the potentials. So it's none of these places. So where would they own silk? Yeah, it's like nowhere else in the world. What places does Portugal own? Who do they own? It says they have a silk plantation. Where would they have a silk plantation? Oh. Portuguese Gujarat and Nova Goa. Where's Nova Goa? Oh. This is a state in Portugal. Alright, let's see if they hire here. If they're not going to hire, given the additional need, then there's no point in doing this trade with them. Yeah, come on, speed this up more. I want to get to the 16th. Ah, okay. A loss setback. Great. So now, yeah, look at that. So I made them build more silk. So, there we go. Although I wish that trade route would, yeah, let's not tariff it. Hopefully the trade route will build up. Okay, but now we probably made our textile mill just a little bit more profitable, right? Oh, they need 15. That's not good. So we have an input good shortage. See, I'm basically just trying not to spend any convoys. Are you really, though, not gonna expand? Oh, I wonder if it's because... Yeah, how many units of stuff? Oh, yeah. What is our land trade capacity? I thought it would be in... I thought it was in trade policy. Maybe not. I forget what adds to that. But yeah, it doesn't look like that trade route's going to expand. We might have to switch it to the French. Also, how come it's saying we only need 8 when over here it's saying we need 15? Alright, well, we'll import some. I also don't get why. Oh, okay. So they have a surplus at 22. So this is at -9. I don't understand why. Huh. Okay. So let's take some more from the British. That is adding, though, to our bureaucracy here. Well, we can afford it at the moment, so we're going to do it. We still have an input good shortage. I don't know, this is not working out for us well. Yeah. And also, on top of it, yeah, clothes are still massively expensive. All just to make... Ooh. Yeah, maybe this was a dumb idea. Wouldn't be my first. Okay. So let's slow it down here. Oh, but it's saying, though, we lose balance. Yeah, it's much more profitable doing this. Okay. I mean, that kind of worked for us there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to increase the trade route more. I don't understand why. You guys need to increase your trader. And why is this suddenly not profitable? Oh, are they tariffing that good? They are. Okay, so let's take it from the French. Are the French tariffing it? Come on, people. Don't hoard your silk. They are. am I doing? Yeah. And this one costs us convoys. Now, I wish I could increase... I wish I could get that extra 7 there. Alright, fine. Ooh, triage. Okay. We need more liquor. Oh, wait. Oh, I did before. Okay. Okay, so let's look at this. We'll add it in there. We have the fabric. We need to get the liquor. Ah, okay. Do we have the food industry yet? No. They're still building. Oh yeah, how is our... We got meat. Not a lot of fish though. Yeah, let's make the livestock ranches profitable. So when is that going to be done? All right, working on it now. All right, so food. So logging and iron. I mean, we don't really need those right now. So we will hold off on that. What about tools? Yeah, we could use more tools. How about them? Yeah, we don't need... I spammed a whole bunch of logging. We don't really need it. Okay. We really need to get some advancement on slavery here. Come on, give us something. Anything. Okay. I didn't really mean anything. I meant something good. All right. So we got... Damn. It was looking so good. Why can we not get any advance on it? Yeah, it's because they're so powerful. So their biggest group are clergymen. Interesting. And where are they working? Yeah, mainly the manor houses. The manor houses in Transvaal. So their biggest income are subsistence farms. Wow, they're making so much on tobacco. I wonder why. You know, we could temporarily tank the price of tobacco. Yeah, look at that. Okay, we're going to import some tobacco. Oops, tank the price of it. And so now that income should go down. Hell, let's take more of it in. We're not engaging in price manipulation. What are you talking about? We would never do such a thing. So now, I feel like it went up. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like it did. Alright. Let's speed it up a little bit, see what happens. Yeah, they're making more income. Alright, pharmaceuticals. Erg. Ergy. Like, who are they selling it to? Look at this. Look at the price of it. The local price is massively low. The price in our economy is low. I feel like you guys are not showing us your books correctly. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think that they're getting such cheap labor because of slavery. But we're trying to lower their power in order to get rid of slavery. And it's like we gotta get rid of slavery to get rid of their power. Alright, so October 9th is the next one. Yeah, a lot from wealth. Alright, what about grain? Get some from the Portuguese and the British. Make the cost of it go down. Yeah, that didn't really seem to do much, though. A mine in Transvaal has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Transvaal and the nation. Ah, man, another setback. Alright, let's slow down for a second here. Alright. Okay. Okay, so first of all, yeah, so the tea plantations here, we don't want that to be more, you know, what's going on with paper? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, we just want to manipulate the price of their most lucrative products. Because these manor houses are making a ton. I could nationalize some of these buildings. Yeah, what if I nationalize... How much money do we have? 1.3 million. Alright, so we take that. God, that made them have a bigger balance. Oh, this... Oh, wait. This... That's a financial district. I'm like, what in the what? Okay. So that lowered a little bit of it. The millet farms. Nationalize these. All right. Now these substance farms are making quite a bit of bank on. All right, where else is there wealth coming from? Uh-oh. Oh, the pro-slavery movement. Well, the stall chance went down by 1. That was promising. Let's see. Yeah, so the Transvaal manor houses. Okay, so if we could... Yeah, there's a lot of peasants there. Wait, what was that? Yeah, thank you. Well, thanks for watching. What is this game about? I always find it funny when I have to, or not have to, but I mean like when I explain to somebody what the game is about, because I feel like there's no way to explain to somebody what the game is about and still making it sound interesting. It's basically you take a country, it's a political and economic simulator in the Industrial Revolution, and you take a country and lead them through the process of industrialization. I feel like every time I say that to somebody, they're like, yeah, that's a hard pass on me. But it's addicting as all hell. You basically, like, manipulate, or, you know, not manipulate, but you want to, you take a country and do whatever you want with them. It's a true sandbox. So you could, like, create, you know, the socialist United States, the capitalist China. It's kind of up to you. You do whatever you want, and you have your economy, you have your politics, you have, these are like the interest groups, and the interest groups all form together to make parties. So you can see here, like, the Conservative Party is the landowners and the Evangelical Church. And so basically the way I describe it is there's 3 elements to the game. There's the economy, the military, and the politics, and they all kind of feed off of each other. But I think the thing that's interesting about the game that you keep in mind is that there's no point to the game, in that there's no winning condition. There's no way to win the game. There's a way to lose it. There is a game over screen, but you can't win the game, and so you just make up your own goals and do what you want. My experience with map games was opening Europa Universalis and getting bullied as Venice. But I saw you could sponsor research, and there's private and public funding of buildings, and was like, whoa, yeah, right? It's funny because, like, I get this game very well, but Europa, EU4, I'm like, I got to sit down and really learn that one, because that game, to me, looks like I have no idea what's going on in that one. But yeah, in this one... so you have basically these construction points. So this is like your country's construction sector. And based on your economic law, you have a split of those points. So under interventionalism, the private construction gets 50% of it. And so there's this, what we call the investment pool. And so basically all the people who own land and buildings, the income they get, they all kind of pay into this investment pool. And the investment pool spends their money to build things for themselves. So you can see like the financial districts in the state of Transvaal is building a tooling workshop. And so, well, I'll go to one that they actually own. What's a building they own? Yeah, here we go. This textile mill is owned by the financial district in Transvaal. And so they own all of these buildings. And so this is like the weekly income. And part of that goes back to the investment pool so that they can build more stuff. And then the government funded stuff is us, and we pay for these buildings. And then they give us an income, but then it gets even more complicated with, like, you know, sometimes you want your private sector to own buildings if you want to be like the capitalist utopia and stuff like that. It can get pretty involved, but it's one of those things that once you get it, it's a lot of fun. But it does take some time. It does take some time. And so basically what I'm doing in this run is we started off with this country, Transvaal, and eventually we're going to try to form the country of South Africa, and just give them the highest rank that we can. Eventually, too, you can form these power blocks, and when we get to the later game, I would like to see if I can create the African Union and start to maybe and make it like a military alliance and start pushing Europe out. Because when you get to the late game, Europe starts colonizing all of this. And so we're going to try to get a head start on it ourselves. So we're basically trying to form South Africa here. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So our big problem in this run right now is that your country, you look at your society, our primary culture is Boer, which are basically like Dutch people. And you see here, in terms of population, they're a very small amount of our population. And this is the acceptance score of everybody. They are fully accepted because they're the main culture. And the rest of the people are not accepted. And so they're getting low wages and they can't get hired into like better jobs and stuff like that. Is 35th good as like your rank in the world? Oh, actually for Transvaal it is pretty good. I haven't looked up here in a while. I didn't realize we've gotten up to that. Because we got to a minor power. Okay. So it's pretty good for Transvaal. What I basically try to do in this game is I like to take the smaller countries and make them as big as I can, as opposed to taking like the larger countries. So you have this prestige score. You can see here, this is how it breaks down. So like how much of your gross domestic product, the army power projection, and then some other stuff as well. And this score is what brings you up through the standings here. And you can progress to different levels of countries. So we just got a minor power. We were before an insignificant power. And then these are like major powers, and then these are the great powers. So actually that is pretty good. I didn't realize we've gotten that high. Let's see. A doctor in Transvaal has been caught aiding wounded dissidents and revolutionaries. His aid isn't just helping his patients, but it's emboldening the entire rebel movement. So yeah, we have a revolution going on from the pro-slavery movement because we're trying to ban slavery. So basically, like, we can lower the potential of a civil war, but we're going to get more radicals in the country. Which, so 2% of academic pops in Transvaal, or 2%, 20% of academic pops in the state of, so yeah. I think we'll take this one. So the big thing so basically what we're trying to do right now is we want to get to our citizenship here, because this is what will make people more accepted and help the rest of our population get better jobs, make more wages, and then make more money. We need to research stuff to get down to multiculturalism. But in the meantime, we can get cultural exclusion, but we have to ban slavery in order to do it. So we're doing slavery banned, and then we'll get to cultural exclusion. Is it history learning, like stuff that really happens, or is it more like AI guesstimating what to do? The game is largely historically accurate, and that's kind of what's fun and cool about the game. There is a point where it is just like alternate history because you're affecting the history, right? But let me see if we have anybody. No, not there. Because there are actual historical figures in the game, so we don't have any. Ours are gone. But say like... So anybody with a green background like this was a real person from history. So like here's Queen Victoria. This country doesn't have specific flavor, but there are certain countries and certain regions of the world that have actual flavor, and so it's actual historical events that you got to play through. So the United States has a few in terms of like leading up to the Civil War and banning slavery. There were some DLCs for South America. So South America has a lot of actual history you play through. Europe has a bunch of actual stuff. And then the last DLC they just released was India. And so India is now a pretty complicated mess. But there's some actual history you play through there. So it is kind of like a historical simulator. And then there's a lot of like mods people create to add even more history to it. But I have to say, there's quite a bit of history I feel like I've learned from this game that I didn't know anything about. So it can be fun in that way. It would be a good educational game for like high schoolers if it wasn't just so damn complicated to learn. I actually make some tutorial videos on my YouTube channel. I have 2 of them out there right now, but they're mainly focused on like smaller countries. And so I want to make one about the military. That's the next one I'm going to come out with. Because the military system in this is a lot different too. You don't create stacks of units. It's a thing called like front lines and stuff like that. And it's a different type of system. A lot of people complain about it, but I actually think it's kind of interesting. It's just different. Whereas most things are like... Well, I'm not going to say most things are the same. They're not. But it's a different type of system. Alright, so we got to 0% success chance, which is going to give us our 3rd setback, which means we failed at passing slavery ban. General Jober Pretorius, noting severe unrest in Transvaal, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there is a heavy risk to following his plan. Alright. Well, we don't really care about that anymore. Yeah, we don't want to take that. So this would mean our rural folk are going to lose 2 points of happiness. And so they're at +8. We don't really want to lose that, because we'll lose this benefit we have. And legislative failures. Alright. So now the pro-slavery movement will go, or Civil War will go away, since that's gone. So let's go back to this now. Alright, so we're not going to be able to do anything toward cultural exclusion, since now that slavery ban has failed, we have to wait 23 months before we can try it again. Which is disappointing, because we got the interest group that supports it in power. The problem is the landowners, who are the main group that oppose it, are pretty powerful. We need to lower the power of the landowners. Let's see. So we made some progress on that, actually. So in order to get out of debt, we sold a bunch of rural buildings in the last stream I did. And it was good to get out of debt, but I was a little overzealous on it, because selling the buildings to the landowners made them very powerful. So we need to lower the income of all of these manor houses. Okay, yeah, so the biggest one is still Transvaal. I would like to, so let's buy this. And on top of it, I would like to get rid of some of these. Yeah, we have so much tea. So let's go down to our tea plantations, the ones we just bought. Let's get rid of, let's delete them. Well, we're not going to delete all of them. Yeah, evil landlord behavior is absolutely right. The way the game generally works, like I said, you're leading a country through industrialization. Most of the countries, the landowners have the most power because your country is like still agrarian. And so at the beginning of the game, you're trying to lower their power and empower the industrialists, which they're up to 32%. It's actually doing well. If we can get the landowners under 20, that will significantly hurt. That will significantly hurt them. Okay, so if we could get people... Yeah, we have so many peasants. Alright, what law... Oh! Well, okay, so one thing we could do here that I want to do... The rural folk. This will save us some bureaucracy. Can we get the rural folk into government? Yeah, they're not going to like that. Okay, we could do this. So let's see if we can get rid of the dedicated police force. So we're doing this because you have this bureaucracy score here, and we're heavily over... We have too much, or we have not enough bureaucracy. So we're getting a lot of tax waste. And so you have these institutions, and they take bureaucracy. So we're going to try to get rid of one to save a little bit. Oh, we have some wildfires. Okay, this is good. We'll get to that in a moment. Oh my god, they have a drought and a wildfire going. Eek. So we have a lot of people in mild starvation. Can we do emergency relief? Yes, we can. Do they need it here too? Yeah, we might as well. Well, actually... Oh no, we're not going to be able to. Oh no, it's only 50. So who needs it more? Them? Or these guys? Probably those guys. Alright. So we got that. Um, so where to go now? Now that... Well, they're building some coal mines. That's good. Ooh, the landowners. All right, going down. Yeah, cops being a tax waste. I know, right? I would say that the game doesn't generally make them a tax waste. Our current situation is making them a tax waste. Um, Sometimes they can be helpful, like it does lower radicals from political movements. But at the moment, it's just too much money for what it's worth. But yeah, the cops are a bit of a tax waste right now. So we're going to no police force in the country. Okay. So we finally built up some artillery. So let's take a look at our... Oh, that's right, I built it down here. They need a higher productivity. Alright, so that'll start hiring up a little bit. A lot of big failed, but man, we are just not doing well on the laws front today. All right. Yeah, and part of the other problem is because everybody has such low acceptance, we can't get certain people hired in higher positions like bureaucrats because they need to be our accepted culture, which is very few people. Is it just me or is your country on fire? Nope, it's not you. My country is on fire right now. Oh, actually, okay. The condition is gone here. So there were wildfires going here. So, like, this isn't my state. This is the Cape Colony, but they have wildfires going on. So you get these, like, harvest conditions, which are, like, natural disasters. And they give you all these, like, penalties and stuff. Although, so now, do we still need the emergency relief? Oh, you know, if we could do road maintenance, that could help our infrastructure problem here. I feel like it helped very little. Let's see. Can you get typhoons or floods in Africa? Yeah, you can actually. There was an actual historical event that happened earlier. So West Java. I forget where exactly that is here. One of these. Central Java. There we go, West Java. So the Krakatoa volcano erupted, which created tidal waves. And so everybody in the surrounding area, including the coast of South Africa, got hit with tsunamis and flooding for a period of time. So we can get that. And then sometimes they're just random ones, like abundant rainfall or like monsoons that cause flooding and stuff. And just like the wildfires, you'll see like little visualizations of it on the map here. All right. Let's see. We should get something on this and coming up. Laudabate success. All right. That's fine. Right. All right, so we want these barracks to finish. So one, we have a little bit of a stronger army, but then we can also get... I keep going to that side. I don't know why. Get this hired up a little bit. Well, it seems to be doing fine right now. So coal... Logging in top... Why does it keep auto-expanding? I mean, I know I set it to auto-expand, but... You don't need to expand on that right now. You know, I forgot I set logging at all this auto-expand. That's why I had all these logging things in the queue. Alright, we're going to stop the logging industry from auto-expanding. Because you're just not doing it right now. And we're going to cancel the logging camp. What we need... Well, so we need more industrial buildings, but we're going to run into problems hiring in them. The landowners are now... well, they're still considered powerful. But once they go under 18... You guys are going to build more tea? Like, good... Yeah, all that stuff I bought, they're just building new ones. See, just like in real life, a lot of times your private sector builds things that you really don't need. Like, let's see, did they do it yet? Yeah, an arts academy. We have an arts academy in this place here. Why? Doesn't look like there's much of a demand for it. Not against arts academies, but man, does the private sector love to build us some arts academies sometimes when we just don't need it. Okay. Alright, May 1st, we're about to get an event on this. Let's speed it up. Show me what you got. More pragmatically inclined members of the armed forces currently opposed to the passing of no police have offered to change their stance were they to be offered certain political concessions. Such concessions would not be popular with the rural folk. Well, I don't care, guys. We need that. Oh, and we got another one here. An unexpectedly popular campaign for agitation by Christian de Klerk. Who's this guy? Oh, that guy. Against the Transvaal government's colonial policies has led to greatly increased public interest in the Agrarian Party's platform. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Well, where I'm from, people build stuff without any papers or documents. Currently, everyone's mad about it. Buildings look bad as well. Yeah. Without any papers or documents. Yeah, from where I'm from, lately, people have been building things that are not needed. I feel like every time a store closes, it's another bank branch. How many Chase banks and Bank of America ATMs like fronts do you really need in one place? Okay, so we're gonna get a government admin building, so that'll help us out here. So that's good. Once this fertilizer plant is done, we'll do a... Oh, okay. We don't really need to suppress the price of that anymore. Yeah, so what can we export from our industry-based stuff? Peter Vandermeer of the Evangelical Church has been seen preaching in favor of the Conservative Party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plans. Wonderful. Yeah, I'd rather give it to the Agrarian Party. Yeah, because they got like nothing there. We need to keep the Conservative Party out of power because those are the landowners, and we want to pass slavery ban the next chance we can get. How many more months do we have to wait on that? 9 more months. Well, if there's no headway on this by then, you guys are that's out of here. Although if I can, man, okay, so I'm building. Oh, the government admin building's done. So now let's see if we can hire. Landowners are getting stronger. Ban white paint. Yeah, right. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they went up a little bit, and I think it's mainly because, like, they're building more rural buildings. Which I don't know why my industrialists are not, like, taking some of this construction. Yeah. See, this is what I was worried about. So we built the expansion on the government admin. Oh, gold. Gold has been discovered in Verstadt. People from all corners of the earth are converging there, confident that they will discover the next great lode and become incredibly rich. Yeah, let's take that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, they're gold fields. Yeah. So basically, you have these gold fields. The local workforce gets them. When they all dry up, they become gold mines. And then I get to own them. Yeah, look at this. They're going back up. We could use a good agitator. I wish this guy would leave. We could use somebody who would start... Yeah, we'll start an abolitionist movement. Yeah, like, so this is like a real guy from history. Felipe Salaverry. Because he's got that green background. And nobody else. Oh, yeah, look at this. There's like a lot of... Victor Hugo. We could get him. Actually, we couldn't. Law debate failed. Frederick Douglass. Let's bring Frederick Douglass in here. Karl Marx. Karl Marx has hit the scene. Who else is out there? Anybody real? Nope. Nope. Not at the moment. Let's see. Is that territory to the right, like, unowned or another country? The small blob you're surrounding. Oh, this? Yeah, so this is like another country. So the places on the map that are like this color, they're considered decentralized. And so basically you can't really interact with them all that much, but you can colonize them. So these are places that can be colonized. And so this place I'm colonizing, though it's going very slowly because they have malaria there. And so you can see it lowers the amount of colony growth speed in non-homeland states. And so my homeland is Boer, and so since this isn't Boer, it's going to take a long time. Whereas this one I'm colonizing, but their homeland is Boer, and so, oh, well, they don't have malaria anyway. But yeah, so basically, yeah, this is like a decentralized nation, and I'm colonizing it. And then same up here, I'm colonizing. Can I move into anywhere else, I wonder? No. Oh, I can add another interest now. Who should I add? I could start colonizing up here. Oh, yeah, no, I can't. I mean, they have severe malaria. It's kind of not worth it at the moment. Oh, and I can't, anyway, I have frontier colonization. I'd have to change my laws. So, I want to be able to, we'll do France, because then I can start doing diplomacy with them, and hopefully have an ally to help me fight these guys around me here. So we gotta wait for that interest to activate. The ongoing effort to implement no police has captured the imagination of Agrarian Party, which has added full-throated support for the new law as part of the central platform. Man, oh no, yeah, I'll take the success chance. Yeah, maybe near Saudi Arabia so you can get oil. Yeah, oil will appear later on in the game. Eventually, we'll want an interest of some kind there. Although I don't remember, there is a possibility we could get some here. I don't remember. I don't remember if there's any down there. But yeah, there definitely will be some oil around here. Yeah, oil will be something you need later on in the game. Okay, so we're working on the fertilizer plant. We're about to move into more to expand the coal. Although we're kind of okay with coal. Alright, we need railroads. That's really what we need. What we also could use is more convoys so we can increase our trade capacity. Alright, so maybe we expand the ports here. Although, that's right, I was doing it here. We got a lot of people unemployed here. So let's build more of that. Oh, but we have... Okay, let's not. So we're having hiring problems. Pops that fulfill the qualifications. Well, I don't know geography, but I know chemistry and biochemistry, so if there's going to be oil, my guess is that it's going to be near Egypt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're right about that. I definitely know there's oil here. That's for sure. I mean, like, specifically in this area, I don't remember if that spawns up there. But it's interesting in the game where you find oil. Like, South America has quite a bit of oil, it turns out. Where else has it? I think, like, somewhere in this region here you get some oil. I think there is oil down here. But you also have to kind of, like, discover it. So there's certain techs you have to unlock in order to start, like, excavating for it. So it's like that whole thing. Okay, so what we could build... yeah, we need more textile mills. And... okay, yeah. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. We're having... yeah, we're having... oh, they're out of peasants there. So build 2 of those. And then 2 more of those. Yeah, we're having infrastructure problems. I could... yeah, like, we don't need 2 vineyards here. It's only using 2. So it won't really help us all that much. Alright, we got our France interest activated. So let's start... who's this guy? Alright, let's start doing some diplomacy with them. Can we trade with them? Or, like, is there anything worth trading? Oh. Despite not enjoying full rights under Transvaal law, some wealthier Sotho people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. Yeah, we don't want the increased radicalism. Yeah, I think we'll take this one. You know, I also didn't realize I still don't have the petite bourgeoisie on the board here. This is like the longest I've ever gone without them on the board. Alright. Ooh, we're almost at the... we're at the hour and 45 mark. I'm gonna take just a real quick 30 seconds just to go to the bathroom. And I will be right back. So like 30 seconds. Alright, and we're back. And we're back. Alright. So let's do this. Alright, how many more months are we waiting on? Hey, we're up to 23. We'll move it up. Our GDP is going up. Oh, it looks like we had a little dip there at one point. How many more months? 5 months. We gotta wait. Okay. Ah, so the Liberal Party won the election. It's funny. I don't know why they're winning. Well, I mean, I know why they're winning the elections, but it's still kind of interesting. Ugh. I need to keep the rural folk in here, though, to get rid of this. Oops. Hold on. What laws do they like? Nothing I need right now. Well, I can always add them back in. You're not getting in yet, though. Alright, so we have our 5 artillery. But they can't hire. Man. Okay, there we go. Now they're hiring. What am I doing there by moving them? Moving who? You mean like this bar right here? Oh, the parties. Yeah, so the election just ended, and basically you can reform your government. And so you can move parties in and out. Now, if you do that outside of an election, you'll get like radicals because people get pissed about it. But when an election happens, you can do it without suffering any changes. Now, your government has a legitimacy rating, so you can't just like move anybody in that you want. You can, but you know there's penalties to it. And so now that I can move parties freely because of the election, I was looking at who can I like move into the government, right? So, and it's telling you here like the highest legitimacy rating I would get is by making now the parties that are in government, the industrialists and the intelligentsia, so these two parties. But at the moment, the only people who support getting rid of the police force is the rural folk. So I was playing around with seeing what my legitimacy rating would be before I confirmed anything. And so I think what I'm going to do is keep it as it is for now, because even with this, we're still a legitimate government. And then once I'm done passing this law, then maybe then the industrialists can come into the government. But so yeah, you move parties in and out. Now, if you don't have voting laws, so like right now we have census suffrage. But if you have oligarchy, technocracy, or autocracy, you don't have political parties anymore. And then it's just individual interest groups, and you can move them in and out and stuff like that. But because we have voting laws, we have a chance to move people in and out without suffering more radicals. So yeah, I think we'll keep things like this. All right. This fertilizer plant is taking forever. All right, finally the financial districts are finally building things. So the financial districts are generally owned by the industrialists. So we want the financial districts to start building things and gaining more wealth so that they stay pretty powerful. When the manor houses build things, those are generally owned by the landowners. And so that increases their wealth. The more wealth an interest group, or the more wealth the pops of an interest group have, the more political power they have. Though I suppose we could also look at this. So census suffrage is good, but universal suffrage would really open up the voting power of people. We might be able to get that through. But our next move is slavery banned. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding no police, Jacobus Duquesne of the Rural Folk has approached us with an offer to expedite the process utilizing his personal connections within the state apparatus. Alright. So, better enactment time. Yeah, why not? Let's take it. So now, the next one will be on April 25th. Man. So you have triple the radicals than loyalists. The landowners are getting stronger by the second, and I only have one question. Is this fine? You got a plan. I'm getting worried. Yeah. In terms of the radicals and loyalists, this can bounce around quite a bit. So I don't concern myself too much with it. Though you don't want to get to a point where, like, the entire country are radicals, right? So a 50-50 split relatively is, I'm kind of okay with that. The landowners, yeah, are getting a little bit more powerful, but it's still actually below 20%, I think is pretty good. And considering the industrialists are at 32%, I'm kind of okay with that. And considering we're at a point where the elections, their party is pretty far down there. So the way that the leader of the country is selected, the party that wins, whoever has the most political power in that party gets the presidency. So the Liberal Party, there's only one. Let's say the Conservative Party won, then the landowners would get the presidency because they have more political power than the other interest group. So if the Conservative Party is that far down in terms of their votes, then I'm also not in danger of the landowners taking the presidency, which will give them a lot more power. So I'm not very concerned about the landowners. It's just it would be helpful in lowering slavery banned if they had less power. But the plan is also to ban slavery, because when you do that, having the slave trade, the landowners get a plus 50% political strength. So by passing slavery banned, we're going to significantly lower their political power. But it's just like, it's one of those like catch-22s where we need to lower their political power to get slavery ban passed so that we can lower their political power. So we make incremental strides towards it. Now I would like to get to a point where I can start challenging Portugal for land. So it would be nice if we could get some type of alliance with France. What is their power block? Military treaty. Whoa. France is, their power block is all over South America. Well, then I wouldn't mind getting into that power block. Maybe. Problem is, eventually I want to get out of it. Alright. Now, let's see. Do they... Ooh, this is progress. There's a chance Great Britain would not come to Portugal's aid if I declared war on them. Though previously opposing the no police laws, Christian de Klerk has considered the rural folks' political position and instead offers support. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, so do I care? No, he's good. Okay. It's so funny. Hey, Napoleon, there's a guy in Africa raving about wanting Portugal. Do you want to be friends with him? Yeah. Yeah, basically. That's basically what's happening. Do you want to give them some land in Africa? Next thing you know, he comes in and takes all the land. Okay. So we have a possibility here. Because Portugal does not have a very strong military. Although they're ranked number 72 and we're 93. But that's mainly because we have a lot of conscripts. And they do not. Yeah, so we could... We could. What could we do? I think we're going to take on Portugal. Because we... So what I'm adding in here are conscripts. Now, they're not being conscripted yet, but they have the possibility to be. Somebody was building an arms industry. Who's doing that? Natal. Oh, good. We might get that. Okay. Now, we're going to get 2 fronts if we take them on. So we need to create a second army. Zanj, where... Oh, that's funny. Okay. In southern Africa. So this will be our cavalry. Yeah. So we'll name these guys the cavalry. And this is going to have to be conscripts. Wait, the president is called Christian Berger, and one of the commander options was Donnet Berger. Is there like a family tree mechanic thingy? Also, he's a landowner. What a traitor. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so there's no like family tree thing. They don't. The game doesn't like have anything like that. Like, oh, they like that person more because they're family members. But you will find like certain last names kind of reused and stuff like that in certain countries. And so I think it's supposed to imply, oh, this is part of the same family, but there's no real mechanic in the game for it. I wish there was, because yeah, you'll notice that sometimes. So now we want then 7 more, so okay. Yeah, so 10 and 57. So what kind of mobilization options could we get? Ah, Jesus, come on. What's our market here? So we got a lot of, yeah, we got a lot of tobacco. We can give that to the soldiers and the chocolates. So we'll do that. Do the forced march. I mean, I think this would work. They're at a +4 though. There's a chance they might come to their aid. But we have good relations too. We could sway them. Yeah. Yeah, like we could get a defensive pact. Yeah, let's do it. Tobacco and chocolate. You're already sounding like France. They might actually agree on the Portugal seas. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, eventually when you get a certain tech, what is it? If you give them luxurious supplies, you're giving certain amount of wine to each of your battalions. Oh, did our fertilizer plant finished? So we need to import some of this. Right. So the fertilizer plant. Yeah, so we need to create a need for it. How much fertilizer will it create? Ah, there we go. 90. So, if we... all of our wheat plants here. We'll do that. And we'll do that. Yeah, just do it anyway. Alright, and now the price of wheat is really going down. So that'll raise our standard of living here. So that's good. Alright, so I wonder if this changes. Yeah, now Great Britain is not going to get involved. Okay. We're going to take a save real quick. I actually haven't saved yet tonight, so yeah, that's probably good. Alright, we're about to attack Portugal. Now, what do we want to try to take? Well, we're definitely going to take this. Oh, this is... Yeah, so we're definitely going to take that. Portuguese Zambezia. And Portuguese Macambique. That's what we want. So what we're going to do is... Give us this. They're going to say no. Alright. So now... Let's activate the troops. Start conscripting people. So what we can do is... Our primary demand is this. And we're going to add some secondary demands. Yeah. The African colonies of Portugal. They own a couple things like on the coast. Like they have this. Then they have Angola over here. I have a, on YouTube there, I have a stream I did where I did an entire run as Congo. And at one point I had taken over all of Angola from Portugal. And immediately Great Britain was like, give me Angola or I take your whole country. It was actually pretty funny. And so I was like, all right, fine, you can take Angola. And so Angola became British. All right, so we want this as a secondary and that as a secondary. And are any of these incorporated? Yeah, no. So we don't want to ask for war reparations because we'll never get that. Okay. So these guys can go on the larger frontier. Yeah, right there. And then, nice. Alright, and now you guys can go smaller fronts. Yeah, there we go. And this will complete the state. Now, where's their soldiers? Alright, here they come. We also need to start developing a navy. So, there's also that. Oh, okay. I hope that fertilizer plant is hiring. Yeah, there we go. What? Benin. What? Morocco. Oh my god, you traitors. Oh, you guys are all... Wait, why this... Okay. Uh-oh. I was not expecting these guys to have, like, militaries here. Oh boy. That's not good. No! What? Great Britain? Oh, this was what I didn't want to happen. No, I gotta get out of this war. But I'm gonna lose this state. Oh, wow. Should I save scum it? I saved it. I can go back. Is that awful? Oh, there is definitely some impeding doom. So what can happen is, so I can back down, and the war won't happen, but they're gonna take this state from me. And even if the war starts, if there's no other war goals, then the worst that can happen is the war goals. That's why I added these as a primary and then not primary, because sometimes if you have more soldiers than the other guy, which we did at the beginning, and you give like this primary demand and then secondary demands that are even more land, they might back down and the whole war doesn't need to happen. Because if they back down, only the primary demand is given. So it would basically be like, you give me this land right here, or I'm going to take all of this. But they got help from these places, which I guess I should have looked. I didn't realize they had such militaries. I goofed up on this one. No, I need to suffer the consequences. It won't change the narrative if you lose the war, just stall you. If it was RimWorld or something, I would be against save scumming. Yeah. I always like to give myself the option of save scumming. No, I messed up, and so we're going to lose this. I mean, I can eventually come back and get it. I just need more soldiers. But so here's the reason why you'd want to back down before you go to war. Activating all of these soldiers costs money, and so I'm just going to go into debt and like wreak havoc on my economy. If I was going to get this land, that would be one thing, but I'm definitely not going to win it. So why go into debt over it? So we're going to back down. Although, huh. Okay. I honestly think the game just messed up. I should have lost that land. I don't know why that happened, but I will take it. Wow. I just got saved by what the hell? I just heard the sound of an old Nokia ringtone. I have no idea where that would have come from. Alright. Well, the game messed up in my favor. It's like that old Monopoly card. Bank error in your favor. Collect $10. Okay. Alright, well, so. Damn, so now I have all these generals. Yeah, we love gambling with game code. That's right. Especially when it works out in your favor. So I added in all these generals now. Yeah, this is just all conscripts, so... Rubber. Oh, that's good. Rubber has been successfully grown in Lorenzo Marquez. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult-to-be conditions make this achievement especially important. Yeah, no, we'll do that there. So this guy is rural folk. Oh, they're all rural folk. All right. The landowners have lost some momentum, so that is a good thing. Let's see. I study in a college where one of the majors is game design, and I'm known as the guy that breaks any game they make in the weirdest way, and that reminded me of it. That's awesome. And that's what you're supposed to do, right? That's a true game tester right there. You got to try to break the game to see if it's possible. Um, that's awesome. Way back when I started college, I started as a computer science major. I didn't finish as a computer science major, but man, I wanted to go into game design, and there were no programs for game design yet. And it was like right as I left college, all these schools started creating game design. And I was like, damn it. I would have stuck in the major if that was the case. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna laborers on the coal mines in Transvaal aren't willing to work for another wage. So we could subsidize this. Yeah, let's do that. Now we could use a navy. So we're gonna, yeah, we need to do military shipyards. So let's do that. And then we could build a navy. Oh yeah, okay, so where are we with tech now? Alright. Oh god, we need to get to a railway. Yeah, and that's gonna be a while. Corporate charters. Alright, we finally get a company. So we should start. Yeah, we need to work on our production here because our production tech is a little behind. So we'll move to Bessemer process. Ooh, actually, yeah, no, we'll do that first. Bessemer process, and then these two. So we have nitroglycerin. So we can make explosives. And utilize them there. So yeah, we also need an explosives factory. And then, while we're at it, we should build the steel and motor in preparation for the railroads. Soldiers are complaining that they have no way to open their canned food. This one is always so funny. I don't know, guys. Like, deal with it. Yeah, they'll figure it out. Let's see. How long is the tech tree? Are there nukes? No. So this game ends on January 1st, 1936. You can continue the game after that, but like the game itself, like where you can get achievements and all that stuff, it ends in 1936. And so the tech tree, like let's see, military, the bottom of it So basically, think about like the tech in the game ends around like World War One era stuff. So you can get tanks, and yeah, like modern battleships and stuff like that. In terms of production, like eventually you can get to electricity, and then like oil turbines, radios, electric railways, stuff like that. And then society wise, let's see, antibiotics, mass propaganda, film, um, paved roads. But a lot of this stuff, especially the country we are, we're not getting to the bottom of this. Um, Especially with the way we started here. So usually, um, one of the strategies I talk about in one of the tutorial videos I made, I always say like when you're one of these small countries, you have to build universities in order to increase your weekly innovation, which is basically the number of points you get per week toward like the total points that you need for this, right? But this run has had a unique issue in that we have all of this acceptance problems in our country, and so we're not able to hire the in the universities. Oh, look at this. We hold on though. We got okay. So I wonder if we'll be able to get ahead in that a little bit. So we're having issues with tech. But even the tech itself isn't the problem. Oh, well, hold on. Why am I not... Okay, it's time to go after slavery banned. Again. We gotta get this banned. We just have to do it. Now, there's actually a lot of really cool mods for this game. There's one in particular called Cold War Era. And so they have the game start in 1950, and whoever made this mod, it's fantastic and it's massive. They change most of the game. So they add a whole bunch of new techs, a whole bunch of new like economy stuff that you can build and everything. So in that game you can get nukes. It's kind of part of the game. But the base game itself here doesn't. Alright, why is our sulfur trade route not producing anything for us? There should be a lot of sulfur in the British market. There is. So yeah, what we really need... Did I end up building those ports? No. Oh yeah, I didn't because, yeah, our problem is we're not hiring in them. Oh my god. The hiring is nuts. Oh. My headphones are going. There we go. I mean, God, by the time we get slavery banned, we're going to be able to get multiculturalism. Oh, that's right. Yeah, what am I doing with all of this? No, we are trying to get to human rights so that we can get multiculturalism. That's what we're trying to do. So we'll get central banking. actually, we'll do joint stock company next. Then we'll do, yeah, labor movement. And then human rights. There we go. That's what we're gonna do. Silk. So the textile mills need more now. Oof, our rank went down considerably. Yeah. So, when it comes to trade, if you're trading not on a land border, like you need to trade over water, you need to have convoys in order to facilitate the trades. Now, I have a land border with Portugal and Great Britain, so I don't need to use convoys, but if I'm going to increase the amount of units traded, I'm going to need more convoys. The problem is, in order to get more Ooh. Alright, good, good. In order to get more convoys, the convoys are made in the ports. But we can't get the port hired because we have acceptance problems. We don't have enough. Well, we could try. We are doing social mobility. That's what I thought. This increases qualifications a little bit. So would a university, but I feel like the university is not going to hire. Well, let's put one there. Maybe we can get somebody. Won't Portugal be like, I don't want to trade, you declared war on me? No, they will still trade. Because the thing is, that's what's interesting, is you're not really trading with the country necessarily, you're trading with the trade center, which is owned by other people in the country. However, you can embargo a country. So Portugal could be like, you know, like create an embargo, and so none of the people in our country are allowed to trade with you. But they haven't done that. But, you know, the money is more important to them, I guess. Yeah, and so this is telling us right here we have a shortage of sulfur and silk in the market. And our problem is we need convoys, and we just can't get them because we can't get this thing hired. And we can't get this thing hired because nobody's accepted. This has really stalled this run quite a bit. Unfortunately. Ugh. All right. Yeah, we don't need to add any consumption taxes. I think we're fine. Hey, our interest rate is down to 14%. It was 30% at one point, so that's good. Your interest rate on loans goes down the higher your rank is, the more prestige you have. The intelligentsia have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Yeah, I don't want to lower their... I don't want to lower them at all. Man, I would like to get a defensive pact with you, or even an alliance, but we have alliances, defensive pacts with French rivals. That's got to be the British. It has been revealed that Joachim Kruger of the Evangelical Church has been having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. People must know about it. The Protestant... Oh, nice. Okay. The Protestant traditionalist movement. I don't think we like them. Yeah, they want state religion. Let's not. What are they at? You know, okay, hold on. We're going to take a pause real quick because there's something I think we got to do. An internal investigation has discovered that a government official received many gifts from Cyril Grief on behalf of the Anti-Cape Colonies Association. Oh no, I don't want him to resign. He's a reformer. We like reformers. We need to suppress the pro-slavery movement here. But we need... Yeah, I think the road maintenance here is just not doing what we need it to. Alright, so now we can try to suppress this movement. Yeah. Although it looks like they don't have a lot of support, but the few people they have are pissed. Man, I really need this law to pass. Well, I really need that law to pass, and then I really need this law to pass. But this one looks like it can get through pretty good, pretty well. Oh, you know, we can now... Yeah, there we go. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so now the industrialists are in power. Although these guys are getting more power. If we can just... Maybe if the pro-slave people did more work instead of protest all the time, They wouldn't need slaves, right? That's what you should put on the sign for them. Stop protesting and go to work. Oh, man. This one, I think, is going to be tough again. And so basically the way that these law enactments work, so you have success, advance, debate, stall. You have 3 stages of the law. You have the sponsorship stage, the study stage, and the voting stage. And so this is the percentage chance that it'll advance. Even though it's 0, there is a chance it will. Oh, hold on. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of substance farms. Yeah, we'll do that. So, each stage has a date that something's going to happen. It's like March 8th. So this is the percentage chance that an event is going to pop up. This is the percentage chance that it'll just stall and you'll just automatically get a decrease to your success. And you're basically trying to build up the percentage success chance over these 2 stages so that when you get to the voting stage, now this is the percentage chance that it'll actually pass in this stage. And if you get 3 setbacks over the course of this, the government gives up passing the law. It is interesting, though. I've seen this many times. You have a 0% advance chance, but it'll still advance. I think if the success chance is pretty high. All right, so... Oh, so the silk worked itself out. Huh. I wonder how that happened. Oh, they're just using 1 less silk. Okay. Alright, they lost a percentage point of support. That's good. Maybe it's more like a modifier, like 0% is the base, and it could go up if something happens. Yeah. Yeah, it could go up. I think also it's probably like... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the success chance plays into it. But the success chance mainly comes into factor in the voting stage, and you're trying to build up the success over these stages. Defenders of continued slavery have published a wave of diatribes, treatises, and sensationalized fictional narratives, all to support their cause. The quantity, if not the quality, of these works has shaken public confidence in abolitionism. Alright, we're going to roll the dice on this again and hope it's only a 5%. Alright, we got it. Alright. Oh, man. I feel like we are stalling out here in terms of growth. I mean, numbers still go up, so can't be all that bad. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, look at this. Ooh, yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, and we'll do that. Oh. Yeah, no. What is the price of fancy furniture in our market? Yeah, there's only a need of 6. We should just import it. Hmm. Alright. What's our next checkpoint? July 7th. Oh, July 7th. So we got some time on that. Let's just speed this up. Ooh. Law stalled. Man. Okay. Party-affiliated newspapers have been proliferating during this election season. Publications associated with the Liberal Party have been particularly effective in spreading the party line. Yeah, we'll keep the Liberal. Ooh, whoa. Okay, we've got a problem there. Wow, that was a big switch. Good thing we got that event. Yeah, that would be a travesty if, while we're trying to pass slavery banned, the Conservative Party wins the election. I think we'll do this next. Actually, we'll do this right now because then we can add explosives to the gold mines, and that will give us a little bit more money. On behalf of the Agrarian Party, Christian de Klerk has embarked on a tour of various rural and remote regions in Transvaal, seeking to enroll voters and ensure ballots are collected in difficult-to-reach communities. He'll do that. Give some political strength to the farmers. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay in this election. It's this I'm starting to worry about once again. Yeah. Ho hum ho hum. That be the problem. So what can we do right now to help ourselves out? Well, we could take care of this. So we could get rid of some generals. So that guy's good. Yeah, we kind of don't need this guy. Alright, so get rid of him. The powerful clout that the landowners hold has become a menacing presence over our government. One of our agents has approached us, suggesting a less conventional solution. Ooh. This will lead to events about diminishing the landowner's power. This is utterly immoral. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. All right, so the results of the election, the Liberal Party won. Yeah, no, we'll stay just like this. A righteous government. We are righteous. All right, so hopefully, yeah, we're gonna get some events here. So, okay, we did it. Our efforts to undermine the landowner's reputation have been extremely successful. With their influence now weakened, it is time for us to attend to more important matters. Well, we don't really need the legitimacy. So we might as well take the authority. I mean, it didn't go down all that much. Automate success, okay. Ah, a trade agreement. Yes. All right. That was helpful. So now we have a trade agreement with Great Britain. So we are going to trade like crazy with them. So let's import silk from the British. What else can we import from them? Well, actually, yeah, what do we need? Fancy clothes. Fancy furniture. I guess we're already doing that one. Oops. Yeah, hold on. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it. Ooh, we can export you to the British. Yeah, so there's, how are these people so good at fighting for slavery? Like, if I listen to the debates, I'm worried I would get sucked in. Yeah, I know, right? Although, so we've been suppressing the movement, and their support has now gotten down to marginal. They were up to like, I think it was like 7%. So this protesting number is just how much of these people are like gung ho, but they're only about 20K, which is now a pretty small amount. So it's okay. I think the bigger problem is just automate success. Okay, like we're kind of stalling in this sponsorship phase. We're getting like a success, a failure, success, failure. So it's just like not moving anywhere. Oh, that's why we're losing so much money. The private build queue is gone because there's no more infrastructure anywhere. All right. Well, we're almost at railroads. That is good. Okay. We're going to have to raise taxes a little bit here. It will kind of hurt the economy, though. Alright, I think we can kind of stop suppressing them now. We put them down pretty far. Alright, let's tax tobacco. And luxury clothes. Alright, mechanical tools, that's good. Alright. Precision tools. Oh, it'll give us more luxury furniture. Rifling. Okay. Yeah, it's time to start making steel. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we can... Now we have our own fancy furniture. Now we can export it ourselves to the British. Let's do that. And to the French. And now... Alright, so that'll be a little more profitable. Ooh, alright. I think I might be at my stopping point for the night. I think it's time. So, let's assess how we did. We backed down on the war that we started with the Portuguese, but the game messed up, so that was helpful. We're getting closer to getting people accepted, and we did increase construction a little bit. Maybe I would have liked it to be a little bit more. But man, we are going up in prestige, so there is that. Basically, once we get people accepted, this whole country is just going to exponentially skyrocket. But yeah. Oh, it's 4 a.m. for you. Oh my god. Well, I appreciate you staying up so late to watch it. Yeah. I'll probably continue this again on Sunday. And then Mondays and Wednesdays, I continue it. But it'll all be posted up on my YouTube channel, so you can check it out there. But, man, I really appreciate you hanging out and chatting while I did this. So thank you. That was awesome. But, yeah. I'll see you next time.